Hello. I quadruple checked my mic this time because I had a little bit of a whoopsie with my vlog this morning. It was a little embarrassing, but you know, it happens. It's just been one of those weeks, and we're here and we're ready to do stream. I figure we can do some time walking today because I was 100% sure. Okay, good. Time walking. I was sure that it was time walking, but then as like the stream countdown started, I was like, what if it isn't? And I'm just having a really dumb day, because that happens, you know. I had a bit of an incident Wednesday night on Avatar. I was doing real hard on Fallen Avatar when we were killing on a heroic this week to try and do as much damage as I could. And, you know, the whole time I was, like, racing the other Shadow Priest and, you know, pressing all my buttons and trying to get the really long void forms, and I did pretty good. Not, like, amazing, but fine. And then we finished the fight, and I look at my gear, because I was confused about why I didn't see my Pride As bubble, because I normally wear Pride As for that fight, or at least right now at this point in progression. And I look, and I'm not wearing Pride As, and I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. I mean, did I have Safuz on? I didn't have Safuz on either. I was just wearing the belt, and I'm like, oh, no. I only had one legendary on. I don't even know how that happened. I have no idea, but it's fine. I would say that I won't do that again, but that's what I said after I kept disenchanting all of my gear and warlords when I was, like, doing DEing for the guild. I would, like, swap out equipment and then accidentally disenchant my old thing, and I still do that, so thank heavens for item recovery. What's up, guys? What's up, Tim and Toytel and Omer and Celestial and Wolfie and Fallen Angel? No sound. Gotcha. Good one. How are you, Hazel? I'm alright. Hi, Hazel from Ontario. What's up, Carol Ann? And Ellipse and Harry. We need to see the new kitties. Yeah, so I'll show you right now, but I promise I'm working on a video. I know I keep saying that all week. I have stuff. It's been a week. Some stuff has been going wrong. I have a video that's, like, halfway done. It's in editing right now. That's showing the pet specifically with, like, the moves and the stats and how it does in pet battle. But just for, like, a quick look-see, check this out. So, you know, my favorite thing about the mount, aside from the fact that it changes colors, is that when you fly, it sprouts the wings. It doesn't have, like, useless wings that are, like, chicken winging along on its back when it's running on the ground. They actually just magically appear. Although it does kind of bum me out that the mount will do that when you're flying, but the pet, as adorable as it is, the pet does not have any wings. And then the second thing that sometimes gets me about the pet is because it's named Twilight, I searched Twilight to try and find it in my journal, and it pulls up every single pet that you can possibly catch in the Twilight Highlands. So now I have to, like, I gotta give it a nickname that's, like, really unique that I can use to help search for it, because I've been having a hard time pulling it up. You know, from Israel. What's up, guys? I can't hear anything. Oh, man. That's, it's almost a little too soon for that to be funny, but I can take a joke. Is Hazel even drinking tea? I don't see a cup or mug anywhere. I'm just zoomed in so you can't really see my desk. I got tea. Here, if I finish this cup, I'll show you this cup. I am in dire need of this today. I was up kind of late last night because, well, it was Kil'jaeden progression, right? It was like it was a full night of progression on the last boss of the raid, and it's the last boss you're progressing on, so I figured I wanted to be, like, all there for KJ progression. So I took a little bit of a nap before the raid, and then I was, like, up for the raid, and I knew I was going to be up for a while after the raid. So I was working for a while, and then I finished a thing, and I was like, I'm going to put on an episode of Black Mirror, because I recently started watching that. That was a terrible idea, because apparently I can't watch Black Mirror without A, feeling really ill, and secondly, like, after I finish the episode, I then have to spend an additional, like, 45 minutes going online and reading what everybody else thought of it to, like, really understand what happened and, like, get the things that I missed. And then I have to go, like, flop down on the couch in my office and just, like, stare at my ceiling for an hour and then, like, try and process it. I can't just watch it. I need to fully, like, get through it in my brain before I can move on with my life. So I need to not watch those unless it's on, like, a weekend. And it's just such an experience, but they're so good. Like, I should have started watching them ages ago, but I can't with those right now. Cat is not currently in her spot. She was. I have the camera all set up and ready to go. It's just right now the cat cam shows nothing because the cat's not there yet. If you guys see her wander in behind me, you can kind of see the thing from this camera, then let me know and I will turn the camera back on. I was going to buy the new kitty, but the Ultrac Brew Pup is too cute. What you gotta do, Celestial Wind, is you gotta, I mean, you don't gotta do anything, but what you could do is you could save up a bunch of gold, or, well, you know, like a lot of gold, some big bunches of gold for some WoW tokens, and then, for one WoW token, it gives you $15 of BattleNet balance, and that'll buy you the pet. If you do 2 of those, you could buy 3 pets. Katie, you want to come up here? Because I can't camera you up here. I mean, you can kind of be on this camera. You want to be on mine? That's fine. So let's get into some time walking. I am free to do healing or damage. I've done a lot of healing this week on PTR raid testing because I found that's the best way for me to get into a group is by healing it, and I just don't tell people that I don't know how to heal. I know how to heal, like I know the basics of it. I used to heal in like Cataclysm, but that was a long time ago, and I'm not up with it anymore. I'm like looking at the legendaries in the vendor, I'm like, I don't know which ones I take. I'm just gonna put on Pride as and then the cloak that reses me after I die, because those seem like they're good for progression and testing. So I'm gonna make a group here. This group is going to be first come, first serve. After the end of every time walking dungeon, I will be disbanding the group by leaving it, so I don't have to kick anybody. I will leave the group and make a new one. I'm going to try and remember names so that we don't get too many doubles, because I want to try and get as many people through here as possible. If anybody does want to come, this is going to be Alliance North America time walking dungeons, and we're just going to kind of smash it at the 5 here and then decide what we want to do after that. So I'm going to start a group. The group is going to be in the dungeon. We'll do it in custom. It's going to be called Time Walking with Hazel, and then details is first come, first serve. And like I said, I can flex between damage and healing depending on what's up. Yeah, she's a baby. We got a tank. Ahung Min. Oh my goodness. Okay, so DPS healer. So we need one more DPS. This person signed up and they can go DPS, so we'll do that, and then I'll ask Nyrus to play DPS, and then we will delist. Just as like a on the record thing, if I'm ignoring anybody in party chat, wait, did I delist before I thought I sent out the invite. Whoops. Let's relist. I gotta pick up DPS. I thought I sent out the invite to Nyrus. Let's put this up again. Does delisting cancel the invite? There we go. Thank you. Invite? Yeah. Joined. Good. I'm really glad we were able to grab the same person, otherwise that would have been a real bummer. The EU token is like 230k. Yeah, it is true. It's a lot. But, I mean, if you really, really want the cat. Oh, yeah, I should turn off the cat cam. There's no cat on there yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'll queue up. That's me. But yeah, if anybody's in a group and I'm ignoring you in chat, I'm focusing on stream chat. So if you talk to me there, I will get to you. There is a delay. Dungeon Fighter. What am I doing? Time walking. There we go. That's the one. There is a delay in the stream. It's usually between 10 and 30 seconds. So you'll see there it'll be a little laggy, but that way I can kind of focus on the one chat. Word. I'm sorry. I wish we could open it to everybody. WoW just doesn't really work like that. I am increasingly considering getting an EU account. It's something that I would actively like to do, but I need to get caught up with my life first. So we're gonna head off this way. Am I running Misery? No, I am not. Darn. I'm gonna switch in between them. Typically, this is my rating spec, so I've got Mindbender, which I only very recently figured out how to use effectively. Before, I kept getting frustrated because I would try and Mindbender at like 20-25 stacks like you're supposed to, but then like a movement mechanic would hit and I would like move and then I'd lose my void form while my Mindbender's still going. I'm like, well, that's a waste of time, and I waited like a long time to do that. I may as well just use it on cooldown. Wrong answer. The right answer is just, you know, if you're a heroic raider and the mechanic won't kill you, just stand in it and then call it a healer mechanic. Don't actually do that. But that's kind of what I do sometimes. Because, you know, if you're void torrenting and there's something underneath you, if it's not going to knock me back and it's not going to kill me, and if I did my due diligence and I put my Pride as on, then I don't, you know, moving is really, it's a judgment call. It's not like a mandatory thing. I want to make a Night Elf or a Drank. Like, are those two things mutually exclusive? You could, like, make some dranks and then make a Night Elf and then level your Night Elf while drinking. Because that's an option, yeah. Is Red Belly face roll? I mean, I heard this dude called Pillow said it was. I don't know if he's really the authority on Ret Paladins. You guys should really go ask Savix that. Gonna listen to stream while leveling my DK? Nice. I did like 1 or 2 invasions on my Death Knight because I know I want to get him kind of 110 before 7-3. But I haven't done the last couple because you ever have so many things that you want to do that you can't, like, you're trying really hard to prioritize, so you turn down a bunch of things that you know aren't the thing you want to do, but you still never manage to get around to the thing that you want to do. I feel like I just need to be more organized, but I'm pretty organized. I have lists for days. I have lists on lists. I have lists of my lists. I don't know, maybe listing's not really my thing. I saw my name, but I was too late. Maybe I can get the next group. Yeah, we're gonna do completely new groups for each one of these. So, oh boy. I don't want him. It's fade. I forgot for a moment that I had a button that'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a completely new group for each one of these. So, oh, these guys are fighting us. Look at that. I should stun, huh? There we go. It's kind of neat going through these, knowing that, like, there were not nearly as many AoE stuns back in Wrath, from what I understand. Like, not as many people had them. I think Warrior still had Shockwave. I don't really remember. I only ever played Priest in, like, Holy Priest in Wrath. That was all I played. And, like, Hunter. BM Hunter. With mana. But I feel like there weren't as many AoE stuns, and it's funny sometimes when the mechanics of the dungeon were obviously designed for class design that's no longer there, like mechanics that require spam dispels, and you're just sitting there like, I can't do that! It's got a real long cooldown. Obviously they've gone through, and I think they've fixed most of them, but every now and then you run into a thing that's like, well, there's a reason this is time walking. Pilaf has no authority. I mean, he has the authority of being, oh goodness. Oh, thanks, Tim! Keep up the great work, Hazel. Thank you! Oh my goodness, you're just the most generous person on the planet. Tim also supports us on Patreon, and it really, really means a lot. I've been stressing it, not to sob story, you guys. It's not a sob story at all. It's actually a very non-sobby story, but we found out that our rent is going up. So I'm working really hard to try and see if I can save enough money to, when our lease expires, which I believe is in December, I really want to be able to get into a house so we don't have to keep, like, the rent is rising everywhere in the area. I don't know if moving is really going to fix the problem. But it means I'm going to need to do some heavy savings, so every little bit really, really helps, and that does mean a lot to me. So thank you, Tim. What's up, Norma? Is there active PvP in WoW? There is PvP in WoW. Some people play it. More than 10 people. Not a lot of people, though. It's not terribly active. That's one of the reasons why I stopped PvPing myself. Like, casual PvP battlegrounds, you're always going to be able to find queues. There's people around for that all the time. That's not a big deal. But if you're looking to do, like, 3v3 high-rated arena, the player pool is limited to the point that it can be difficult to find a variety of partners. And that was one of the things that really kind of stymied me. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've only ever seen it written down. It prevented me from... Aw, thanks, Norma! Sorry, the notification lagged behind a little bit. I was, like, looking for the thing. Yay for Friday live stream. Thanks for coming. But yeah, so... I would log on to PvP, like I would set aside like 3 hours a day at the end of the day to log on and practice, and I'd spend like an hour and 45 minutes of that plus just finding people, and then we would play 3 games, somebody would leave, and then I'm back in LFG queue, and it would take and I was a healer, mind you. I wasn't trying to do this as like a off-spec DPS. I was trying to play Resto Druid healer, which is not bad. Like, they go in lots of comps, I just couldn't find people to play with. So it's not great. It's not awful, it's not dead, but it's not healthy either. Let's see here. Is the hubby getting involved soon? I don't know if he'll... Oh, I got 60 exalted reputations. I'm exalted with the... Oh, I got a title! I'm Hazel the Beloved. Aw. I don't think I can take off the insane. If I look like I'm hunched over, it's because I still have a cat in my lap. I had no idea I was that close to that achievement. That's neat. That's neat. Hazel, I had my teeth pulled this week. Your stream is a good way to relax after. Aw, thanks, Lips! A little help for the Hazelnutty House stream. Love you. Thank you. Your art, actually, both you and Tim, your art's in the mail. I mailed it out. I think I made the post, but I mailed it out, like, first thing in the morning on August the 1st. I had it all ready to go. So I'm excited about that. I'm really glad the last one found its way to you. Although, by the look of the picture that you tweeted me, the mail system really did a number on the package. I'm glad the picture is okay. But yeah, I don't think... I often speak with the us when referring to house stuff because, you know, we like live together, we'd be moving. But I don't know if he would really be in videos. The one thing is, if I ever do go to BlizzCon, he's stated, I don't know if it's an interest, but he's gonna come along and do like the cameraman, do the cameraman thing, because I figured I definitely want to make it like a big vlog and like meet as many people as I could. And it would be a huge help to have somebody follow me around, like, with the camera some of the time, because whenever I make vlogs, I'm never in them because I'm always holding the camera. So if we ever do that, obviously not this year because that's, like, right on top of the whole moving thing. There's just no financial way. But maybe the next year, I would maybe do, like, an intro video of, like, where I make him talk about himself to, like, introduce him before we just randomly have him in videos and be like, man, who's that guy? Why does he keep... touching you? I don't know. No idea. Warlock was my face too. And have you been playing your Brewmaster lately? I actually have. Last week, I did all of the available Tomb of Sargeras LFR with my pal Flabby. He was tanking on his on his death knight. He was being a blood death knight, and I was being my brewmaster. And I'd never tanked a raid. I haven't actually tanked an LFR raid before that since Heimal, but I thought it would be fun. And I figured, like, if I'm in voice with the other tank, then it's not really that bad. And it was totally fine. Tanking LFR is apparently very easy. We were on Desolate Host, and you know how in LFR, Desolate Host, there's no host. Like, it's just, like, downstairs you've got the Queen Lady, and then upstairs you've got the Soul Engine. And I was like, okay, I'll go tank downstairs. And I'm tanking downstairs. And apparently on LFR, the downstairs tank has nothing to do. Like, you pick up the ads. So, like, not all the ads, just the Priestess was ones, because the other ones aren't tankable anyways. They're just kiteable. So you pick up the Priest ads, and then they die because it's LFR. And then, you know, you keep aggro on the other lady. And that's it. That's it. You just stand there, you know, keeping aggro, using whatever mitigation that you want, but it's LFR, so it doesn't matter. And I'm like, man, I can't believe this is a raid fight. I've had target dummies give me a harder time. This is the funniest thing. Of course, upstairs, like, there's actually stuff to do. There's, like, the pie going out, and there's bone shards or whatever. And, I mean, she's spamming Crush Mine downstairs, so I would, like, interrupt those every once in a while, but it was actually really goofy. Are you getting any of BC smoke down there? It's crazy. We actually do have a lot of smoke. I wasn't sure exactly where it was coming from, because we're kind of, like, halfway between California and BC. And as far as I know, there's fire everywhere. Like, everything is on fire. So there hasn't been any fire close to us, but every morning when I go out, like early morning obviously because it's hot as heck out there during the day, every morning when I go out there's like heavy smoke everywhere. I had to cut my walk short yesterday because my dog, I mean he was fine, but he got the sneezes. He kept sneezing for like 10 minutes and I was like, buddy, we're going home. I'm sure you're fine and you just have like a fly in your nose, but on the off chance that the air pollution's giving you a hard time, I do not want to keep walking out here, so I took him home. Portland real estate. Oh, I scrolled and I lost it. Portland real estate. Where'd he go? I still can't take off Zookeeper. Oh, every time I armory somebody to pick out like a battle pet for them if they win the Patreon battle pet giveaway, like half the time or more they're wearing Zookeeper and I'm like, ah yeah, that's the stuff. Good man or woman or like, you know, whatever. Like I'm proud whenever I see the Zookeeper enchants out there. I want to find that message that I lost. And I also need Portland real estate market is on fire. Rents are out of control. Yeah. When we get a place, I'm hoping that we can find, like, I don't need a fancy house. I need something where there's nobody underneath me. I don't want anybody like connected on either side. I want to be able to like make some noise without my neighbors knowing exactly what's going on. Not like a lot of noise, not like house parties, but you know, like music recording and streaming, like whatever. And but we don't need a lot of space, and I don't even mind being kind of farther away from stuff as long as we can get good internet. But the thing is, all the cheap, really cute country houses that I'd be perfectly happy in, that you can't get good internet out to them. You can get really awful internet, and I need the internet. I can't even imagine trying to stream on like DSL. All right, I'm gonna catch up with chat real quick. I'm just kind of scrolling down to catch up. So if I missed your message and you really want me to read it, please type it again, because I've scrolled up to the present. How do you feel about the Draenei girl pet? Have you read her flavor text? It's heartbreaking. I have a note about that. I'm making a video for, I don't know, I'm gonna just like for the rest of August, instead of holding like really fast to the one video per day at 9 a.m. schedule, I'm gonna just kind of spend all my time making the videos on my list, and then when they're done, I'll put them out. I'm not gonna like artificially space stuff out too much, and I'm also not gonna like artificially rush something to get something out if I don't have anything done in the morning. I'm just gonna kind of put them out when they're done. So after the Twilight video, I'm working on an overview of all the new pets that are coming in the new patch. Like it's gonna go over all of them. I'm actually gonna rank them because that's like the cool thing to do these days. There's 43 of them. And there's probably gonna be more by the time I get to do this. Like whenever I start a video, by the time I actually get to editing it, there's like new info in like the 6 hours that I spent making it. It's crazy. But yeah, there's a ton of new pets, and the Draenei girl, I'm very glad she can't battle, because you know her fight needs to be over. When did you start WoW? I started WoW ICC patch, so it was 2008, 7, somewhere like that, a while ago. Almost 10 years ago. My guild won't let me run anything when they know I'm watching you. Oh man. If it makes you feel any better, I don't let myself run stuff when I'm watching the streams. I used to really like watching, and I still kind of do, but watching like a WoW live stream. Specifically, I'd put Savix on in the afternoons while I was editing. but I kept making really dumb mistakes and having to go back over and over and over stuff, and it was like, man, I just gotta catch the VoD later. I can't do both. I think I can multitask, and I can't. Open your player screen, look at the right side above the details list. Oh, okay, you're not talking to me. I'm thinking that is, in fact, how you select titles. Do you have a guide on bartender setup? I don't. Do you guys want one? Bartender setup is pretty straightforward. That's Trade Skill Master. That's the wrong icon. Like, there's not really a whole lot to setting up bartender. This is a strange place to fight the boss. Also, I should probably pop some buttons here. But I can if people really want to. Have you ever played a warrior to level 100? I have played everything to level 100. Although, with the Death Knight, I kind of cheated because I boosted it. I don't know if that one really counts, but everything else I played to level 100. I haven't played everything to 110. I only have a couple of 110s. I need more 110s if I'm ever going to finish making these families, doing the family familiar thing. But, oh man. It's too much stuff. Labor of love, late night. Hi from Germany, said Bichelle. Please do a guide. Okay, are you still talking about bartender, or you want me to do some other kind of guide? Norma took care of me this week while I was recovering from oral surgery. I love her. Aw. I had my wisdom teeth out as a teenager. Actually, I had it out in high school, and if what you've had is anything similar to that, I have the deepest sympathies for you. It's like, it's not the worst thing ever. It's certainly nowhere close to the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, and it's fine because, you know, you get to like eat smoothies or ice cream or whatever. No seeds, obviously. You don't want like seeds in your gum tissue, and they give you the good painkillers. And when I had my wisdom teeth out, my mom, while I was under, bought me a little plush cat, just like a little one from the pharmacy when she went to pick up my meds. And I come out from the anesthesia like really late. Actually, they kind of overdosed me because they estimated my weight instead of weighing me, and that was a bad idea. But I come out and mom's like, "Here, I got you a cat," because she knew I really wanted a cat, and we couldn't have cats. Well, we couldn't have cats at the time, so but she got me this little plush one, and I may have cried, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that I held onto that cat for like the entirety of my getting better from that recovering. Are you still wearing that ugly transmog with the hood from the last time Timewalking Dungeons were out? I'm not, but I kind of want to put it back on now. I kind of want to wear it just to spite you. Heirlooms and invasions are awesome, right? Like, it's so fast. It's so fast. Bartender guide, okay. Alright, I can do that. I can do that. I can do damage with one hand while I'm making it. I still have this cat on my lap. Bartender guide. Like, I kind of want to grab the camera, the cat camera, and try and like position it on the desk to get a better view of the cat. But I know if I move to like get it, she's gonna get up. And I don't want to bother her because she's really comfy looking right now. I got a moose out of wisdom teeth. Aw, moose are cool. I have a little tiny figurine moose that one of my buddies got me for my birthday once. I keep it by my printer. All right, thank you guys very much. Thanks. Oh man, caps. That was very exciting. All right, so I'm gonna leave this group. I'm going to make a new one, and I'm gonna see if I can shift that camera. I bet if I put it up here, it'll be fine. It'll be like a top-down cat view. So can I collect? Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm gonna try and pull it by the cord because things you should never do with your technology. All right. Okay. So. Cat cam? Sure, why not? Let me zoom that out a little bit. Configure. Too far. Okay, close enough. Alright. I'm gonna have to remember if she ever leaves to take that off because otherwise it's just gonna be like a really awkward look at my lap. But right now there's a cat on it, so we're gonna do that. Your vlog today is I fixed it. Thank you for letting me know, but I re-uploaded it and it has sound now. So I'm going to leave. We are going to relist and do a new one. Oh, also I'm gonna remember to take misery. Got it. Cool. I probably did not do very much damage there. I was not. I could pay a little more attention. So we're gonna start. Let's stop. Precious kid. Yeah. Any luck with Ever-Living Spore this week? I still haven't got it. Feels bad, man. Alright, we got a tank, we got a healer. DPS 1, DPS 2. And we're good. Cool. Alright. There we go, yep. I queued. I did it. But yeah, she's very much a lap cat. Not as much lately, but I think that's just because I tend to like contort myself into odd positions at my desk. I'll like shove my feet under myself. Oh, are you getting up now? Are you getting up or are you just turning around? Oh, Pit of Sauron. Oh, did they add this recently? Kitty, are you camera shy? Because I can move this all day. This is on a actually maybe I can't. My arm kind of needs to be there. There we go. Close enough. Alright. Yeah, I thought they added new dungeons to this recently. Well, it's artifact power. I could not care less about artifact power anymore. When I finally... So I'm on the PTR, and I've been doing a lot of the new content. Did I lose people? Am I... Oh, shoot. I should have been running this way. Sorry, I'm catching up. That's my bad. I know, I've done this dungeon, I swear. I know what's up. I was mid-thought. Oh goodness, I'm not gonna be able to do anything here. I'm gonna start dotting them up. This is the saddest thing about being a Shadow Priest. You see a bunch of ads like that and you're like, alright, time to dot them all individual. Blizzard, please. Oh, I should be wearing Safuz. Am I wearing Safuz? I'm not. What's the point of even having it if I'm not gonna put it on? I'll try and remember to switch it out. I've never understood how the time warping goes. Time warping? Like the cooldown? Let's try that. It's just a big haste buff. It's very long. It's on a very long cooldown. It's raid wide, and in a raid setting, you basically get one per fight. She wants to play too. I have a cute picture. I think everybody that plays WoW and has a cat also has this picture. But I have a picture of her sitting on my desk, like with her paw at the screen while I was playing WoW. She was trying to thwap the lightning shield of my shaman that I was playing at the time in Warlords. It's pretty cute. Oh, yeah. So I've been on the PTR and. The Netherlight Crucible, like the new artifact. What is it? What is it? Is that a new animation, or did I just have a really awful computer back then? Did that happen back in Wrath? But yeah, I've been like, as soon as I understand the Netherlight Crucible, I will make a video explaining it. But I need to do some more research first because they're really digging themselves into a hole with artifact customization. I don't think I'm going to be really upset to leave them behind. I don't know. We'll see. I'm actually really excited to see what kind of direction they go after Legion because they've been doing so well in making cool new content that I think that whatever they do with the fresh slate of a new expansion is going to be just awesome. Alright, so let's throw out a stun to try and proc my Safuz. I did get the Safuz proc. It's over here. I moved the weak aura so it's not quite as far away from me. None of this seems to hurt, so I'm just going to stand here and live my life. I have a lot of stacks, frost damage, so yeah, if we get a lot of stacks, it's gonna be a problem, but I think we're just gonna kill him first. I could have sworn that something would stun you. Maybe not. Time warping is a raid. Time warping is a cooldown. Oh, you're talking about time walking, pardon me. Time warp is the name of a mage cooldown that is like another version of bloodlust or heroism. Time walking is they've added this thing where you can group up and queue for older dungeons from past expansions that have been scaled so that they're not relevant but a little relevant. You'll get new item level loot. You'll fight enemies that are like you actually get scaled down to them. You can see I've got 28.6k health here. So they just sort of send you back in time. Do you not loot? I don't know, I might not. I try to, but you know, if you forget to loot and you're just in a what do you call them? An instance dungeon, it's gonna mail you whatever you didn't loot anyways. It's only in the open world that if you don't loot something, it's gone. Anything that you don't loot in like a instanced raid or dungeon is going to be... Katie, are you leaving? What are you doing? It's gonna be mailed to you by the postmaster. Too much light for a TK. Do you know the spawn timer for the Haywire Sunriver construct? You've been logging in and out trying to get the Sunriver Micro Sentry. Honestly, I don't remember. Like, I know the pet that you're talking about. I don't remember farming it at all. Did I just buy that one? Sunriver Micro Sentry. Drops from the Haywire. Oh, I see. I don't know the spawn timer of that. I don't know. Your best bet is to look it up in Wowhead and see if anybody knows. Can you use old legendaries effectively? I think you can. I feel like I've seen people do that before. I'm not 100% sure if they will still allow that to work out. I never do because I don't have any of the legendaries, but it's worth a shot. I'm doing Shadowmourne, so I get it for Transmog when ICC is added to Timewalking. Oh yeah. You think they'll do more Timewalking raids? I guess there's no reason for them not to. I did the Black Temple when it was up, and oh god, I need to not stand in that. I did Black Temple when it was up, and I will fully admit I didn't enjoy it at all. It felt like doing it for a Transmog run, except that everything died really slowly. I didn't get any loot. It was quite boring. I mean, I guess you got you get, what do you call it? Timewalking badges. Oh. Did you just yank me through mines? I was probably about to get hit. That's often happening. Challenge suggestion: Mogs during Timewalking week limited to the Timewalking expansion. Only Wrath Mogs this week. It's a neat idea. I don't think they're gonna head in a way that limits players, because you're gonna get a whole bunch of people that don't care about Timewalking, that either don't have Wrath Transmog or just hate Wrath Transmog. They're like, great, now I have to look ugly for a week. But there's probably a way that you can implement that. I thought the bubbles was nastier. Yeah, you grip as much as you want, man. You follow your heart. The weekly quest gives you a goodie bag. It does give you a goodie bag. That's true. You know what I never actually fixed is that problem I was having. Oh boy, that problem I was having with. Here, I'm gonna mind bomb them in there. There we go. That's a good stun. With my camera look speed with my right mouse button turning, I never fixed it. I can fix it very momentarily when I completely restart my PC. But that only fixes it for one instance of running WoW. As soon as I exit and then reload WoW, it's back to normal, and it's really annoying for me to reboot my PC. Not because rebooting takes a long time, like I have an SSD, that's fine. But I'm usually running Black Desert in my system tray, and I'm usually like either growing my corn or fishing or cooking or like whatever. So whenever I reload my PC, I have to log back into Black Desert and start doing the thing again, at least until I stop playing BDO. I use old legendaries and Timewalking all the time. Okay, good. I was pretty sure that people could, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to tell anybody they could. I hated Black Temple Live, and it was worse. Timewalking. You remember when they did the Molten Core thing for the anniversary event? That was like the worst. It was funny, like it was great because it was hilarious, but oh man, that was awful. I did it one time, and I didn't get the pet to drop, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy that pet in the auction house. I am not going to run this ever again. I don't care if I can farm it. I'm not going to. I value my fingers. Okay, so let's try and actually get some dots out and do a little bit of damage. I'm getting my butt kicked over here. I had the, one thing I don't like about Skada, and maybe I'm just not, or not, pardon me, not Skada, details. You could do this with Skada, is with details. I want a toggle switch to just view it. Like, I want to be able to turn it on and off. Like with Skada, if I wanted to hide it for a while, like maybe I'm doing something where I don't care about the meters, or what I would often do actually is I would turn the meter off during the fight so that I can focus on mechanics rather than focusing on whether or not I am ahead of anybody else at a given time. And I would like do my best, and then I would have like this reveal moment at the end of the fight when I would turn it on and be like, okay, that's how I did, and I'd be able to look through it. And as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, Details doesn't have a toggle like that, and that's the one thing that I really miss going from Skada to Details. Hazel, I got the Ever-Living Spore on Tuesday. Congrats, Norma! Oh, I think I was halfway through answering that question for somebody else, and I completely forgot to finish my sentence. I haven't gotten the Ever-Living Spore. I have done Wailing Caverns this week. I have done Wailing Caverns every week. It just hasn't happened. I've gotten quite a few duplicate Venom Fangs and Cavern Moccasins, and I've sell them, and they sell really well. They take a little bit to sell, but they usually sell for a good amount of gold, so that's fine. But I'd really like an Ever-Living Spore so I can stop running that dungeon. The other one, the Dead Mines one, because it was currency-based, you know, I finished it, and now I'm done. And I'd really like to get to that point with the other, like, at least before they come out with another pet dungeon. Obviously, there's no pet dungeons in the 7.3 PTR at this time, but you never know. There is a command for Details. I have it as a macro, but not on this account. Oh, okay. Ellipse, if you send me that macro as a Twitter message, like whenever you remember, that would be awesome, and I can set it up then. Because, yeah, I would throw that as a macro, put it on my bar so I can actually toggle it, because I would love to be able to turn it off. I hate Skada. It makes me competitive. Oh, man, I love having meters, because that's what makes WoW fun for me. That is the thing that I like most. Are you getting up now? Did I bug you enough? go sleep in your cubby and I'll put this on you over there. But for now, I'm gonna turn it off. Cat cam. There we go. Set that up again later. Oh man, it actually feels good to lean back in my chair. All right, let's see if we can do some damage. But yeah, that's the thing that I really like about WoW, is not only competing against other people, which I admittedly enjoy because that's kind of something that I like, but competing against myself. Like if we're stuck in progression for ages, I haven't done this in a while. What does that do? Damage done, also healing, also heals him. Oh, I'm killing the tank. Whoops, the daisy do. Yeah, so if we're stuck in progression, kill Jaden for like 3 hours. The thing that makes it not boring for me is every single poll, I'll look at how I do, and I'll look at how much of my damage comes from various sources, and I'll compare it to the other priest in my raid, because we are usually fairly close, and he's quite good. And then I'll try and think of something I can do, and I'll try and execute it better, or I'll try and just like, on it, like every time you do the fight, try and do a little bit better. I love improving on my own score like that. That's what I really like about video games. That was the thing that really sucked me into Dark Souls, is, to me, that's what Dark Souls is all about. It's about dying 9 times and, you know, running back 10. And eventually you kill the boss, or, you know, in the case of some bosses, like Ornstein and Smo, it's, you know, die 89 times and come back 90. I don't know, I didn't count, but that was a traumatic experience for me. Never want to flip that. I'm sorry, Adam. Alright, let's make a new group, and I need to drink some tea. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you my cup. It's got, I think I've showed this one before. I think I probably showed them all before at this point. But it's a really cheap one. I think this cost me like $1.50. It's a Celadon cup, and at the very bottom it's got a little goldfishy in it. This is one of, I only have 2 cups with a raised fish in them. I have 2. Alright, so I'm going to start again. We're gonna list up. And now that I'm sitting up a little better, I'll see if I can do some more damage. Maybe not. But it's not, you know what I actually need to do is I need to remember, alright, so 1 DPS, 2 DPS, we need 1 tank, 1 healer now. Now that I need to remember, and I'm actually probably going to do this right now, remember to take that frigid time-warped prison. I have to go to Old Dollar Run, right? Yeah. I actually forgot once. I got one from a mob time walking. I think it was last mob time walking. And I didn't turn it in. And it was just sitting in my bags for ages, and then I think I eventually just deleted it because I got tired of looking at it. Okay, we got room for 1 healer and 1 DPS. I'm gonna port to Worm Rest and Fly. I prefer Warcraft logs to in-game meters for that, live logging. We do both. Like I'll be looking at my details throughout the raid, and then after the raid we'll get into the Warcraft logs. Our guild does log, and I'll look at that. Usually, like, I'm really lazy, so usually I'll only go through and dig through the Warcraft logs if there is something really specific that I want to fix, or if I think I'm just really badly performing in a fight and I want to look for something targeted. Or, you know, if we're not progressing on something, we want to figure out, like, who keeps messing up the mechanics, and that's a good place to find out too. Thank you, Hazel. I was a fire mage. Well, thanks for coming. We got room for 1 more healer. Well, 1 more healer. 1 healer and 1 DPS, or I guess 2 DPS if I heal. So, you know, whatever signs up, we'll figure it out. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Paul. Is that the new Blue Storm mat? Sure is. Sure is. I picked it up in the bundle along with the pet. My excuse for that is I'm going to make a video showing the pet's moves. I don't think that's a very good excuse because I don't think that monetary decision evens out, but you know what? It's a really pretty mount, and I like my stuff. Although, you know, last night I just watched the Black Mirror episode, the second one, like season 1, episode 2. I won't spoil anything, but man, that messed me up about like in-game cosmetics. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel now. I've kind of hit a wall with getting new pets. I have 751 uniques. The vast remaining ones are just grinding, which is so boring. I feel ya. I feel you on that. All right, we got a DPS. We need 1 more. DPS or healer, either one. Hazel, how do you deal with needing to do... Oh, perfect. Needing to do stressful in the real world and awkward situations. Okay, so for me, that really depends on what it is. I historically have dealt with a lot of social anxiety. It's part of the reason why I've chosen a job where I can be at home and not talk to people in person. Talking to people online makes me much more comfortable because I need to delist SNQ. Talking to people online makes me much more comfortable because if at any point, like, I don't like, if at any point I start to lose it a little bit, I always have the option of unplugging and turning everything off. I don't usually do that, but it's there, and I like having that option as like a safety net. So I have a lot of experience with this. Whenever I need to do something that makes me really uncomfortable, a good example of that is phone calls. I have horrible phone anxiety. I really hate having to call anybody. What I'll do, like I've gone through situations where I'll like write down like flow charts of how the conversation could go and follow those as I'm on the phone, just so I don't have those moments where I like freeze and can't think of what to say. I'll usually wear something comfortable. Sometimes I'll get like a stuffed animal. Something that I used to do actually was I would log into WoW, not play anything because you don't want to be like distracted, but I would log into WoW and just kind of like hop around in my garrison, and having that like super familiar setting in front of me kind of helped me get through it. The thing that really helped me overcome that, honestly, was having to make phone calls for work. Sales really beat a lot of the anxiety out of me. And then for other stressful stuff, honestly, I need tips too, but I like it. It really depends on what it is. I wish I had better advice for you. I don't. I cracked and bought the new mounted pet as a bundle as soon as they went live. I'm impressed with myself for waiting like 8 hours. Normally I get them like right away, but this time I kind of waited. I think I was waiting to see if I was going to win a Twitter giveaway, and then as soon as I didn't win the Twitter giveaway, I was like, you know what? I'll just make a video. That's a good excuse. This is a tax write-off, although I probably won't actually write off my taxes, because if I ever get audited by the IRS, I don't really want to explain to them why that was necessary. Oh man, General Bjorn Grim, this is gonna be rough. Let's, I'm gonna do my best to get the ads down early, and then we pop Trinket, we pop that. I really should have gotten my Void Torrent off before I exited Void form, but that's okay. It's fine. There we go. I have finally cracked the habit of mashing my Void Bolt button feverishly for like 5 seconds after, I exit, or after I enter Void form. The tier 19 really wrecked me for that because I got so used to it, but we're good now. I've almost got the Draenor Pathfinder achievement, just gotta do the rep grind. Aw man, you're so close, dude. It's gonna be fun. I don't remember them adding Pit of Sauron to the Timewalking rotation, but it was fun nonetheless. I think it was pretty recent. It definitely wasn't in there at launch. It was, I don't know when they added it, but it wasn't that long ago. The Hunter mount makes me sad now. It's asymmetrical. The Hunter mount is asymmetrical. Like the Hunter class mount? I haven't taken a super close look at it, to be honest with you. But is it asymmetrical in a way that looks intentional, or is it just kind of gimpy? Because, I mean, intentional asymmetrical design can look really cool. I love asymmetrical armor sets. But if it's just kind of like got a gimp leg, that's upsetting. The cheer every time you mount up is annoying. The cheer, like on the new store mount. Tweeted you the detailed settings images. Thank you, Seth. Just built my team for challenge mode Dead Mines, and I finally saved up for a purple puffer. Anyone know when the Wanderers Festival starts so I can catch the turtle? I can find out real quick. Congrats on your purple puffer. Let's see. Oh gosh. I don't know if you can get knocked off on this. I don't know if that's true. Wanderers Festival hatchling. I think it's Sundays. Server time is irrelevant now. It's based off Pacific time. Sundays at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Pacific time. So every Sunday, once a week. I'm from Israel, and there's mandatory military service for 3 years. I have to do the test and an interview in a week, and it'll be the most stressful thing I have ever done in my life. Oh, that is rough. This won't make you feel any better, but, you know, at the end of it, when you've gone through all of that, like, once you've done something once, a lot of things that used to scare you won't scare you anymore. Like, I used to have huge fear of public transit. And even though my sales job didn't have anything to do with public transit, after I got over my, after I was forced to go into situations where I was approaching people and trying to make them give me money, a lot of other things that used to scare me didn't really have the same effect. But just remind yourself that you know how to do everything that they expect of you. If there's anything that they expect that you don't know how to do, then brush up on it. Just do your research, if there is any research, and just know you're totally capable. You can totally do it, and you're gonna be fine. It's the right wing is Kimby. Oh no. What is your favorite race? Mine is Blood Elf. My favorite race? it's kind of gender specific. Like, I really like female gnomes, and I really like male Draenei. But I like a lot of races. There aren't very many that I don't like. On Horde, I love playing undead casters. I love playing trolls. I greatly enjoy... Actually, goblins are really sassy. They're pretty cool. And then over in Alliance, all of the basic kind of vanilla ones, like the Night Elves and the humans and like the Lady Draenei. Those are all good, and I played a lot of those over the years. But something about female gnome is just... Like, I love her animations and her facial expressions with the model update. Just great stuff. Slash details toggle for sure. You're welcome. Thanks, Adam. I've had an issue with trying to catch that festival no matter what time I log in. Apparently, after 5.1, it is on Pacific time, so you might need to do some time conversions. Is the Dredge Ghoul very rare? Crazy, my auction house. The only reason the Dredge Ghoul is rare is because the Dredge Ghoul drops off of normal Lich King. And everybody that runs ICC is running Heroic Lich King because they want a chance at the Invincible mount. And not a lot of people know that there are 2 pets that drop off the Lich King, and they are difficulty specific. So, you know, everybody's like, oh man, I could get either pet from Heroic, so they run it on Heroic. They never get the normal one because nobody's ever running normal. That's why. It actually means as a gold farming strategy, you can do pretty good by taking a bunch of characters to ICC. If you can, get them to share a lockout so they can all skip straight to the Lich King. Do normal ICC a bunch of time, get a couple Dredge Goals, make yourself like 500,000 gold. Obviously not right away, you know, pets that are really expensive like that, they're not going to sell quickly, but, you know, it's pretty good. Because people want it for the Raiding with Leashes achievement. It looks like its right shoulder is dislocated when it's in flight. Oh no. That's upsetting. It's just a battle scar, you know, it's a battle wound. It's from your adventures together. Don't tell anyone, but I don't have my holy artifact on that character. I mean, were you in the holy spec just with without an artifact? Because that's funny. Oh man, my buddy, we were in Tomb on Maiden. Yeah. When we were doing the LFR tanking thing, actually. When me and my buddy were tanking LFR Maiden, which was actually surprisingly difficult. A lot of people were just dying they had a hard time with colors. But at the end of it, the loot came out, and you know how on the Maiden there is a transmog mace appearance. Obviously nobody really wants to put it on because everybody has artifact weapons, but you can get this mace to drop, and it's got like a really cool transmog appearance. And it drops for my friend, and it Titan forges and gets like indestructible or something, or some avoidance, and it was just the funniest thing. It's like, look at my Titan Forge transmog appearance. It's like 9. It was like a pretty good item level, but obviously it's not an artifact, so you're not gonna wear it. But that was just so funny. Best pet gold strat ever. Thank you so much. I mean, I haven't done it, so take my words with a grain of salt, but it seems like a good idea on paper. Humans have the best mustaches in the game. Don't gnomes have the best mustaches in the game? I mean, obviously it's very subjective, but I mean, you ever seen a male gnome mustache? Like, there are some good ones. Like, he's got some style. He would fit right in Portland with like a craft beer and some weird flannel shirts. Dwarf beards though, right? It's a flesh wound, Hazel? Yeah, exactly. My favorite races are trolls and blood legs. Or elves. I think you should just leave that as blood legs. Go blood legs. What's your guys' favorite dungeon from a past expansion? Like, what do you guys think the best one is? Because you think about it whenever you're doing time walking, because obviously you're going through and doing all these old dungeons. And I think, just from like a mechanics and a like visuals point of view, it's got to be a Kata dungeon for me, but I don't know which one. I don't know which Kata dungeon. I loved Kata dungeons. So Cataclysm was, I think, one of my favorite, maybe my favorite expansion. I had so much fun in Kata. Everybody has that one golden expansion that's like augmented in their memory because the time at which you were playing that expansion was just a really good time for you to be playing video games. Like, maybe you had a bunch of friends that were also playing. Maybe you had like a low committal job, or you were in school or whatever, so you had like a lot of time to put into it. And like the magic circle of like the good expansion and the social circle and the free time for it, and the fact that it was like new and shiny for you and not super burnt out yet. Just like, I feel like everybody has that one golden expansion in their memory, and for me that's Cataclysm. I loved Cataclysm. Vanilla Deadmines, Wailing Caverns, Stormstout Brewery, you get drunk. Oh yeah, I forgot about Stormstout. yeah, Stormstrath's my favorite mob dungeon. You can't get better than, like, the Peppers thing. OG Strathholm. Blackrock Depths, pre-nerf. Oh, man. Blackrock Depths, oh, man. That place. That place. Well of Eternity. Yeah, Well of Eternity is up there. I was definitely thinking of that when I'm thinking through Cata Dungeons. That was a really good one. I'm surprised they didn't do a, like, you know, we had the Firelands raid and we had the Molten Front daily quest. I'm surprised they didn't do a Molten-y kind of dungeon. You'd think they would have popped that in there, but maybe they ran out of time with the whole Molten Front thing. Old Nax. Most beautiful is Ulduar. I loved Old Shadowfang Keep because it had a classic fantasy dungeon vibe. Oh, yeah. I loved, I remember I got the Robes of Argal to drop for me in Shadowfang Keep, like, when I was leveling one of my first characters, and I wore those for a long time. You know, back before. I mean, I'm sure everybody had heirlooms, but I didn't have heirlooms back then because I was new. And that was one of the pieces of gear I remember wearing forever, and I was like, man, this looks really cool. I want to find a set that matches it, but it was before Transmogs. There was, like, no point in that. Original Scalamonts. I actually really like the remade Scalamonts with, Lilithian? What's her name? Lillian Voss. That's it. Oh, man. I was trying to void torrent with one hand while drinking my tea, but the dude died. Gnomes have the best mustaches by far, right? I wouldn't play a male gnome. I think they're hilarious, but they're, like, a little too goofy for me. But for whatever reason, the female ones, like, I'm on board. I'm all for it now. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. This gnome, like, when I race changed this character in gnome, that was the first time I'd ever really played a non-serious race on, like, my main. Like, before then, I'd always been either a human or an elf, or, like, a troll or an undead on Horde. So this is the first time I ever really played, like, a goofy character for something that I was intending to play, like, all the time as my full-blown main. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I figured I was going to race change for the haste, you know, play it for a tier, and then crack, and then go back to human, and I just love it. I love it way more than I loved being human. Like, human was fine, but this just has so much personality. You liked Edgard Keep? Edgard Keep? Really? Man, different strokes. I do enjoy how shouty the Vrykul are. Like, they're not shy about their opinions. They shout at everything. Moradon holds a very special significance to me. I used to get so lost in Moradon. I would always end up doing, like, the other dungeons on, or, like, we'd queue for Orange, and we'd do Orange, and then somebody's like, hey, do you want to do the rest of it? And I'd spend, like, the next 3 hours in a group with random people that I didn't know, going through, like, the rest of Moradon. You go through, like, all those places that the queue dungeons don't put you through, and then nobody knows what to do. I still need Rivendare's Death Charger I gave up years ago and never went back. Oh, you should go do it. I actually really like farming dungeon mounts. It's like spammy enough that I can really get into it. Raid mounts, because of the weekly lockout, I can never really be bothered to do it. Like I guess you sit down and you go do like a bunch of raids, and that does occasionally work out very well. But I really liked farming dungeon mounts and dungeon pets. I would just spam run dungeons over and over and over again. Like, I'm to the point where I'm spam running dungeons to get Mog that I don't care about, just to fill out my Mog collection in Menar's Wardrobe Helper. I ran Wailing Caverns like 30 times trying to get like a belt that's like, it's not even a good looking belt. I just wanted to have the last piece of gear out of that raid, you know? Now my favorite one, but I remember more than most, is Haruk Shadow Labs. Ooh. Whenever I pugged into Shadow Labs was hard. Like, I wiped in there a lot. It was the very first dungeon that I soloed. Oh, I see. I remember when I first found out you could solo dungeons. I was level 40, maybe 43. I was playing my Night Elf Hunter, and I asked my friend at the time, like, man, when can I, like, all these people keep taking all this loot that I want. Can't I just do dungeons by myself? And he's like, well, I mean, if you go back and do old ones, but nobody wants to because there's nothing good in them. And I'm like, oh man, I can do it by myself. So I, like, went back to, like, OG Dead Mines. I went back to Dead Mines and was like, yo, this stuff is all for me. I was so excited about that. And, you know, and then by the boat, one of them dropped a pet, and that was the Greenwing Macaw, and that was my first pet, and that started a very long and somewhat unhealthy addiction to battle pets. Alright, so we're going to make 2 more groups. I will list us up. So if anybody would like to come in for group number 4, we're doing, like I said, 2 more. I'm just going to start it. List it, first come, first serve. I have mail from the postmaster, probably because I, as you have pointed out, don't always loot stuff. Oh, I got some actual stuff. I got a war mace, a time warped warforged war mace. It's actually kind of neat. I don't know if I had that appearance yet or not. We got a cloak. Again, warforged. Shame I don't actually need any of this stuff. I should be doing this on a character that actually needs the loot, but I guess like 865 stuff, even when it warforged, is not that good. Like with the 880 stuff that you can get from what do you call it? Wait, did I delist? I didn't mean to delist. Nether shards, relinquish stuff. Hi Hazel, I found your channel kind of recently. I almost immediately made a fan account, so thanks for doing everything that you do. Also, love your tattoo. Thanks, Foul Luck. I saw your comment about my tattoo on the vlog, actually. Library, Armory, Cathedral. Was like, yo, best quote of the day. Oh, I missed it. Oh, yo, what's up, Flabby? I was telling people about your friggin' Warforged transmog mace. I used to love Zul'Farrak before the nerf last fight. I still go in Zul'Farrak all the time for, I go in Zul'Farrak a lot for, not even transmog anymore, like I have all the transmog from it. I go there for gold. Like the greens that drop there tend to sell really well. So whenever I want to farm, not a lot of gold, I'm sure there's better like time per gold ways of doing it. But it's relaxing, you know. What mage spec do you like the best? I always liked Arcane. I'm gonna invite you. I will heal. I always liked Arcane. It's not best right now. I believe Frost is best. But I played Mage a bit in Cataclysm when Arcane Blast Arcane Mage was like the thing, and the whole spec was just mash Arcane Blast until you run out of mana and then cry. And it was actually really fun because it would do huge amounts of damage. It was so much fun. What is your tattoo actually of? I've never been able to figure that out. It's a tree. It's a tree. I got roots down here. I guess this is if you want to look at better pictures, the About Me page of my channel has an imager link that will let you see better pictures. But yeah, it's just a big cherry blossom tree that goes all the way up the arm. And then on my back, and you can actually kind of see it in this dress, there's a, back there, there's a maple leaf tattoo. So we were looking for a tank. I might do, if you guys here want to do a second one after this, I might not disband the group because it's been taking us a little bit longer to put these together. So if any tank wants to sign up for a repeat, we can do that. We're not full yet. I play fire. I'm just the stereotypical mage that gravitates towards fire. Fire mage is cool, and that's what my husband's been playing a lot of. But the thing that always gets me about fire mage is that we also have Destro locks, and I've never been able to play either of them because I feel like they step you on each other's toes. Like it's not unique enough for me. They're both cloth-wearing casters that shoot fire and stuff. It is different, but it's not different enough for me. Do I try the 70 nut flip? I mean, you gotta listen to your heart. Hazel called me a lucky lollipop. I remembered I did do that. I did say that. Oh, we're good. We can take a DPS or a healer. Wish I could tank for you. I gutted my UI today and was mid rebuild when I saw you went live. Oh, are you doing like a ground up redo? I've considered doing that before, but I feel like I'm happy enough with most stuff. So joining and seeing the name on that thing. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So that means I get to go back because you don't want me healing. You don't want me healing if I don't have to. Let's go back and I will queue up. So I'm not going to leave at the end of this one. I'm just going to queue for 2 more to try and wrap this up, so that we're not spending time filling the groups. Because I feel like we got most people through that wanted to. Our group is invalid. That's not true. Requeue. Okay. Are you gonna do a poll so we can use the nuts to vote on something? Usually when I do polls, I don't add a nut cost. I feel like your opinion should be free. The nuts are for well, gambling, but then sometimes I'll do a giveaway. Honestly, the giveaways I do on stream are never very like. I'm never going to give away anything super crazy. I don't want people to feel like they shouldn't gamble their nuts or like the gambling is going to ruin their lives. So the things that I give away on stream are usually just like extra pets that are not leveled, that are probably not worth a lot of gold, but you know, just for the heck of it. Paladin spec favor, like my favorite paladin spec. Prat. I like paladin tanking. Like, Ret's cool. Ret's cool, and Ret, I think, I did Ret once in PvP, and that was actually really fun. I wasn't very good at it, but it was fun. Holy Paladin just weirds me out because they're trying to heal, and they're, like, wearing pants, and they're wearing plate, and I don't get it. Like, I get it, but there's something about it that's just not my thing. But, Prop Pally. Prop Pally was my favorite way to tank before I discovered how wonderful it is to throw beer at people. Oh, did Ralph win? Aw, oh, man. Prop Pally's good for solo and world quests. I've been missing my hunter lately, but I can't really think of a good reason to pick it back up again. I can't think of a good reason to make that time investment. Have 5 more characters for time walking, I cry. Man, if I really wanted to collect all of the toys, and there are some cool toys. If I really wanted to collect all the toys, I would try and take an alt through time walking at least once, for the big bonus. And it wouldn't even take very long, but oh man. Usually, like, I finish a thing, like, you know, the 5 time walking in my main, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't ever want to look at this again until the next time it comes back. Oh, you guys know it's actually really soon? The Trial of Style starts in, not next week, but the week after. And it's going to be up during stream, so maybe we spend an entire stream doing nothing but Trial of Style. I'll probably, like, I feel like that's going to be more time than we need to get enough coins to buy everything. But we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be fun. I put about 60 minutes into my 100 to get 100 to 110. You're parked again until the next expansion. I've been thinking about doing that on all of my other alts just to get them, A, into their class halls, because every now and then I'm making a video where I'm talking about, like, X class, and I just want to put, like, footage of the class hall behind it, and I want to film it myself. So I'm thinking of leveling them just to see the class halls, and then to have extra characters for pet dailies, because, you know, sometimes in, like, you know, a pet daily will pop up in Dalaran, so it's not even that far. And it'll be, like, a single pet, like, they'll want me to kill, like, Stitches Jr., and there'll be, like, 20 pet charms each, and I'm like, man, if I took 10 characters through that, that's, like, a lot of pet charms for something that's really easy to do that I used to do, like, every day in Warlords. It's a lot of pet charms. But I get burnt out doing the same pet battle over and over again. Especially if I have to, like, fly there. Man. Need some more tea. I was thinking about making a higher caffeine content tea, because I have, like, a bunch of stuff I want to do later. I think I get to just sort of, like, hang out and edit. There's a new Path of Exile season, or patch or something that's happening today. I don't play Path of Exile, but, my husband and my friends do, and I think they're gonna be doing that, like, real late, so I don't have anybody that's expecting me to do anything. I can pretty much just make dinner, drop off food, bring some food to my desk, and, you know, do whatever. Oh, I got an appearance! I got a Living Mojo belt. Does it look cool? I love all the troll theme, that doesn't look like anything. But I love troll-themed transmog. Like, the transmog from the Kata remakes of Zul'Gurub and Zul'Gurub and Zolaman. I remember. The Kata remakes of those dungeons. So the Mog that comes out of them, oh, so cool. So cool. I wish there were more colors of it. I wish we had some more recolors, because I'm not always into the green thing. But I love Troll Mog. I'm actually, like, super ready for another Troll Mag raid. How hilarious would it be if we went to Argus? And, like, I know it's not because I've seen the PTR, but how hilarious would it be if we went to Argus and it's just, like, trolls everywhere? You know, Zolargus. I love your TSM guides, but I think my server is too small to gain all the gold that I need. That is a legitimate issue. That's if your server economy is really small, then there's only going to be so much you can do. I'm gonna lose all my nuts now. You don't even need to do the order hall quest chain or the trade unlocks. 173 drops, super easy mode for alts. That's true, actually. I was very excited about that. I've been of the opinion for a while that having to do the huge campaign just to unlock your 3rd artifact relic slot was ridiculous, and I'm very glad that they're backpedaling on that and taking that out. It's just not needed. The leather is perfect. Oh yeah, the leather stuff is really good. What expansion did you start during, or have you been playing since Classic? I've been playing since Wrath of the Lich King. I started mid to late Wrath, the same week that the ICC patch came out, actually. I remember everybody bitching about, or pardon me, language. I remember everybody complaining about Dungeon Finder, because it was brand new. It was brand new when I started playing. I didn't play before it. I missed that by like 4 days. But, yeah. It's been a while now. I was a Wrath baby back then. Everybody's like, man, you new kids playing this game. You don't know the old terrors, and it's true. I don't. I'm alright with that. I was a troll warlock main to Legion, then I was a blood elf demon hunter. Ooh, troll warlock sounds really cool. I love troll shamans and shadow priests and warlocks that do the whole like the whole Loa voodoo RP thing with like some troll themed transmog. Oh, it's good stuff. Troll cloth mog is really cool. I'm sorry if I win. Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Have fun. Your husband, same time as you started, did he get you into it? Nah. I didn't meet my husband for quite a few years after that. Well, not quite a few. Probably like 4 years after I started playing WoW. People still do that. I've been playing since, yeah. It does not matter. It doesn't matter in the slightest. Yeah. I don't know when he started playing. I feel like we've had that conversation before. I don't remember. I feel like he played before I did. I think he raided with a guild in Burning Crusade. I'm not 100% sure on that. Long time. He's taken breaks, though. He's taken, like, big breaks from the game to play other games, and I have been playing WoW ever since I started. I have never once unsubbed. Did we kill the Nutty Bot? Probably not. Nutty Bot is, there's a cooldown on gambling. Yeah, you guys can't get jumped over here. There's a cooldown on gambling, so it's, we might have to just wait a few minutes. Why do you need pet charms? Don't you have all the pets at max level and rare quality? I do. But they're adding more pets. Also, every time we do a Patreon pet battle giveaway, lately it's been 4 pets, and I want to get those to level 25 for people. And if I want to do it like same day, then usually I just go pick up a couple of the stones for it, which is, you know, 180 pet charms a month extra. But I mostly want to stockpile them because we're getting 43 new pets added in 7.3. And I'm going to need to level a lot of them, and I'm obviously not going to use pet charms to buy stones for each and every one of them, but I also don't want to be stressing about trying to find like a rare version of a wild battle pet, you know? I want to just kind of upgrade them. Yo, Flabby, you have no luck. I lost 150 nuts. Hazel, my nuts disintegrated. You can always get him back. You can always get him back. Are you guys enjoying the movie? It's like I'm spectating. Spectator mode, Hazel. This is what happens when I don't keep up. My bad. Well, let's queue up for one last one, if anybody wants to come. Felt like your raid boss. I always gamble all the nuts every stream. You've been playing since beta. You're currently 887 pets. Oh my goodness, that is way more than me. I have like, I'm not. You've beaten the Hazel. I have like 865. The Zergling is my favorite. How many do you have now? 865 uniques. I only collect one of each. Any extras that I have are usually extras that I'm looking to trade or sell, or that I just picked up in like a raid or whatever. I know I probably should keep a couple of dupes. Like, I've been considering getting another pair of mechanical Pandar and Dragonlings because they're just so good. Specifically for the ooze in the Wailing Caverns pet dungeon. You know, you've got those 2 ectoplasms to beat, and I use my mechanical Pandar and Dragonling on one of them, and in the other one I usually use my Emerald Proto-Well, but it's not as good. And I feel like having an extra one of those would really come in handy, but I don't want to have 2 of just one pet, and I don't really want to open the floodgates of getting duplicates of things that it would be useful to have, so I mostly just... Oh, I pulled the boss. That's me. Whoopsie-daisy, sorry. We're fine. But yeah, I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm gonna silence the heal. Oh man, we're really going. We're going. This is a lot of trash. I'm gonna throw out a... oh no, my mob's on cooldown still. Let's just get everything dotted up. Because I wouldn't be surprised if somebody dies here. It might be me. I'm going to... Once I get into Void form, I'll pop a Vampiric Embrace. If we still need it. If we start taking much more rage damage, but I think we're good now. We've recovered. We've recovered. This is speedrunner strats. Do you have the Disgusting Oozling yet? I do. I farmed that twice, actually. I farmed it once before Battle Pass broke out wide. Oh no, we did lose some people. And then I farmed it again on a different character, and then they made Battle Pass account wide, and I'm like, well, that was a waste of time. And then I think I farmed it a 3rd time to sell. But yeah. I farmed it once in Silithus, and I farmed it again in the Swamp of Sorrows. I get a res rolling here. That was my thought about the Pandaran Dragon Link. Yeah, it's just really good. I wonder if they've ever regretted making that pet, because it's just such an effective counter for magic pets. It's just so effective. They haven't, I don't know if they've designed a PvE magic pet that isn't countered by it. Like, it's, like, not only do you have the double type advantage, but just decoy. Ugh. There will be new tokens that get followers to 925 or 50 instantly. Yeah, I can't wait. You know what I should do is I should put together a video going over all of the quality of life changes coming in the patch, because that's actually what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about all the little catch-up things and the quality of life stuff. I should do that. I'm very excited about the Darkmoon Dirigible. It looks so fun. Yeah. 1,000 tickets, though. Do you think they're going to leave it at that? What if it goes live with 1,000 Darkmoon Fair tickets? Like, that's going to take so long. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. And I don't think it's going to be purchasable. Like, do you think they'll let you sell it? I don't think you can buy the other two. I think you needed to farm tickets for the other two. I'm going to have to do dailies again. Ugh. I mean, I don't have to. I'm not a mount collector. I mean, I'll get mounts if they happen to me, but I don't necessarily go out of my way to, like, have to have every mount. So maybe I'll just let it go. Maybe I just won't worry about it. I have the Ominous Flame. It's my favorite pet. I do have the Ominous Flame. I have most pets. Not all of them. I'm missing a lot of the promotional pets. I'm missing, like, the older Anniversary and BlizzCon pets. I am missing the Deathwatch Hatchling, because I actually haven't done that thing yet where I need to join somebody's guild on an alt and then get the rep for it. Maybe, let's see here. Maybe one of these weeks I'll do that on stream. I don't have the Stunted Direhorn for doing the 250 pet PvP battles. I'm only like 90 into that. What else am I missing? A couple things here and there. You're gonna do 200 again? Good luck. No. You got around 400 tickets the last time Darkmoon Fair was here? Oh, okay. I haven't done it in so long. I have not done the fair in ages. I guess they've added a lot more games since the last time I was farming tickets. They keep adding, like, the Zoomy fly game, and then there was another one. But there's always more. You leveled and rared up 12 pets for a guildie, and you give your boyfriend another dozen rare max pets. Well, that's very nice of you. I used to do that. Like, I once I was really excited about leveling a pet for somebody that didn't have any leveled up pets. And I gave it to them and they couldn't use it, and I was like, oh man, I did not think that through. You have extra pets, it's not funny. Oh man. What is your thought on the Garrison battle pets, Hazel? Like for team building, the ones that drop from winning the daily battle. Winning the daily battle. You mean like, it's been so long, like the Garrison ones? It's been a while. I don't remember which ones those are, to be honest. Legion flying is driving Bat Nutty. How much stuff do you have left to do for it, Bite? Isn't that a drop from the Death Talon Guard? The Deathwatch Hatchling? No. It's the guild pet. You need guild rep with a guild that has done an achievement that my guild does not have. On day one, with all the queue items and dailies and professions, you get over 100 tickets. Okay. I guess it's not that bad then. I'm just gonna have to continually remember to go do it. I should start now. Is it up now? No, it starts on Sunday. I should do it this weekend. Do you have the sea turtle mount? Because it's rare. I got it from fishing once. It irritated my friends who were trying to get it for a while. I do. I actually have both sea turtle mounts. I have the one that you get from Wrath Fishing, and then I have the other one that was like a rare Draenor fishing one. That was like a TCG one, like sea turtle. So I have the sea turtle. You can't see them because they're like, you can't open mines here, but I have the sea turtle, and I also have the riding turtle for looking at turtles. I have both of these. Although I think the sea turtle has prettier colors. I like the sort of blue and green thing it's got going on there. I want the disgusting oozling. I used to have two, but I gave them away. Oh no. You never give away pets that you like. You never give away your last one of any given pet. I don't even lend them to people anymore. If it's my only pet of a certain type of pet, like that's not going anywhere. Do you like Egbert? Of course. I love Egbert. I actually thought it was really cool how in the pet battle in High Mountain, where you're fighting the little goblin dude, and he has an Egbert. I thought it was really cute how the actual best pet that I could find to use against him was another Egbert because of the moves and the shell shield and whatnot. I thought that was really awesome. The Curious Coin Turtle? I do have the Curious Coin Turtle. I finally got it. It took a couple of days for the thing to actually spawn, but thankfully one of my friends was keeping an eye on it and let me know, and I went and got it, and now I have it, and I will probably never ride it because honestly it's not that cool. My fingers are frozen because the AC is blasting. Oh man, that has been... I can't complain because it's so hot outside that it would be very selfish of me to complain about having AC. But because the AC is in the office and I have to run it all day to kind of like help cool the rest of the apartment down, sometimes like my feet get really cold here, like my legs. And then the second that I leave my office, I'm like smoking hot, so I can't really change my outfit to compensate. So what I've been doing is I've been keeping my big fleece penguin onesie in my office, and then when I sit down in my chair I just like crawl into that, and then I leave it behind when I get up to go make tea or whatever, and that's been working out. I'm not wearing it right now just because with the lights, the big stream lights that I have running, they are keeping the room warm enough that I don't need to, but usually I'll do that. Or I'll just go put on some like really big fluffy socks. I love me some like fluffy striped socks. Hi Hazel, what's up Nick? My nuts are draining. I lend people for the crazy cat title. Oh, that's actually a good point. That's probably a reasonable pursuit. What if they don't give back your kitties, though? Speaking of kitties, I had to check to see if my kitty was there, but she's not. She's not. Egbert used to be banned in dungeons and raids. Egbert, I don't think Egbert could ever pull bosses. People were, like, it was just funny to freak people out with it because they would think that he would pull them because he would, like, book it for the boss. I don't know if he ever actually did pull it. Maybe he did, and then they changed it so that he couldn't aggro them. But in my living memory, it couldn't work. Your most and least favorite expansion to level in. Most favorite's gotta be Kata. I love leveling through the Kata zones. WoD is obviously very quick, fast if you have the flying, and then you do the thing where you get the XP pot and you go prep up all of the bonus objective areas in Gorgrond. So it's fast, but it's not like fun. Legion is fast with the invasions, but it's not fun. But the Kata areas, like I love going through and doing the storyline. Something about the linear progression of the Kata questing zones and the stories in those zones, I love going through and doing like each and every one of them. I won't do Vashir, even though it's awesome, just because the water thing. And I'll do Hyjal, and then I'll go through Deep Home, and I'll go through Oldham, and I'll go through like I'll do all of them, all the intro quests at least. I used to do that so that I would unlock the portals for use later, but it turns out now you actually just get the portals. You don't need to go and unlock them anymore. They're automatic. But I love Kata leveling zones. And my least favorite zone to level through? Wrath. I don't like Wrath questing, and I don't like Wrath dungeons, so I'm really kind of like shoved into a corner when it comes to Wrath, because there's no better way to do it. Usually I just suck it up and do the dungeons, but I haven't done it in a while. And now that I have so many things leveled up past that point, I don't think I need to. I think I can just use the characters I already have until the end of time. That was part of the reason why I boosted my DK, was because I could not stomach leveling through Wrath again. Join me in the newly poor clan. Aw, man. He loved Kata. Kata was my expat. Yeah, I like Kata. It definitely had issues. I thought that the dungeon balance on Kata launch was hilarious. Like, I did a lot of dungeons when it was new, and I on one hand, I enjoyed how challenging they were, but on the other hand, it was just not feasible for pugging. It was a massive waste of time. It took so long, and groups would fall apart. They wouldn't finish it. It was very frustrating, so I think they handled it correctly when they nerfed them. And now they found a better solution of moving challenging dungeon content like that to the Mythic Plus format where it belongs. But, oh man, it wasn't a perfect expansion, but it was fun. TBC, worst dungeons in leveling for you? TBC, for me, TBC is saved by the color palette, which sounds really bizarre. But when you're out in all of the Burning Crusade zones and dungeons and whatnot, everything is kind of saturated. Like, it's all bright and exciting and, like, pretty. And then you get to Wrath, and everything is, like, cold and frozen and gritty. And it's just not my aesthetic. It's just not something that clicks with me. I loved Kata. You started in Kata, so maybe that's why. It was my first full expansion for sure. Alright, so thank you very much. I am going to see if I got anything good in my goodie box, and then we have about 40 minutes left. We'll figure out something to do. It might be really boring, but I was thinking about farming. There's a pet I don't have that I actually could farm. Or maybe we'll just check out the farm and see what it looks like. But let's get the goodie box up first. So, hello? Do I not turn this in here? Frozen path through time. I'm in the wrong dollar run. Actually, no, I need to stay here because I haven't turned it in yet. That really confused me for a second. It's the fact that they have 2 of these. I know they couldn't really avoid it with the whole bringing dollar run back, but man, this really gets me whenever I have to come back to this one. All right, so now I can go back to the regular one. I need to use some artifact power. Goodness. You don't understand what looking like a walking, talking mosaic felt like if you didn't play before Kata. To be able to match your gear was yeah, it was good. A lot of the reason, I think the reason that a lot of people overlook Kata was a lot of the things that made Kata really great were quality of life system improvements that have persisted past Kata. Like, people love transmog, like you're saying, but a lot of people won't remember that transmog was introduced in Kata because you've been able to use it ever since. Same thing with like the questing revamp. It was something that they had to do that was deeply necessary, but it took so much time that they weren't able to make as much other endgame content as they have been able to in expansions like Legion. But if they hadn't done it, like, it was something that needed to be done, in my opinion. All right, what do we get? Gross. I don't want that. And do I want that? So if I'm wearing a set that does not include Sifu's, that's an 895, 1789 haste. Where is it? I have too much stuff in my bags. I'm already wearing that one. That one's got crit and versatility. It's not enough haste. Not enough haste. Those April stat weights are out of date. I can't get rid of this thing. Its item level's awful, but it has so much haste on it, and Master's my second best. It's just good stats. But I just can't lose that thing. Alright, let's clean up my bags a little bit. Any advice in pets that sell well on the auction house? If you can farm normal difficulty Lich King, get yourself some Drudge Ghouls, those go. Those go real good. We were talking about that a bit earlier. Other pets that sell well. Honestly, all pets are a little, like, none of them sell, like, really quickly. Because it's very dependent on, you don't have a whole lot of buyers typically. And it kind of comes in waves. But they also don't really, like, massively drop in value a lot. So I usually just flip whatever pets are being posted under their value. Remember Gento the Pug Breaker? Oh man, I actually do. Your first live stream, you're streaming on the TV while doing laundry because your fiance comes home tomorrow and I've left a mess pretty much everywhere. Yeah, if you really like believe in yourself, she'll never know. It'll be the most beautiful place and she'll never know. Do some battles with Twilight. Oh yeah, I did one that I recorded for use in the video, but I can do some more. Oh yeah, I was gonna figure out. So the pet that I'm missing. If I go to my pet journal, I'm thinking of. I'm trying to remember what it's called. These are the pets I don't have. I still haven't done Family Familiar. Shocking nobody. I haven't done the Death Knight thing yet. I have Inquisition, this thing. So this drops off of the Fell Soul Inquisitor in Suramar, which is a mob. It's not a... Here, let me eat some bear tartar. The Fell Soul Inquisitor is not a rare spawn. It's just a regular mob. And the drop rate is... Let's find out. Have any of you done this farm? And can you tell me what your experience was like? So it's all around the Fell Soul hold area in sort of southwestern Suramar, like here. So they're kind of on the borders. I'm going to go take a look at them. And they drop percentage. Hive Inquisition at... Wowhead has it recorded as a 0.4% drop rate. It may be higher than that. It may be up to 1%. Some empty room in the Timewalking group. We are all wrapped up with Timewalking. I guess I should change the title. What are we doing now? I'll call it Pet Chat. You randomly got it while doing World Quest there. Okay, okay. I haven't actually gone to deliberately farm this yet. And you know, I've been kind of saving it for... This sounds strange, but I've been kind of saving it for like a really stressful day because there's something very relaxing to me about farming a battle pet. Like, I don't really go into it with the expectation that it's going to drop. And then if it does drop, it's like the heavens have opened up and smiled on me and that life is worth living after all. So I've been kind of saving it for like a really bad day, but I'm not gonna like do the whole grind. I'll probably like check it out a little bit, and then we'll do some pet PvP with Twilight, like try out the new pet. But you know, I just kind of want to get a feel for where they are. So according to the Wowhead map, there should be quite a few like up in this area. They might be. Oh no, here they are. They're in the world. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to actually kill them. I'm so used to farming pets from you know, old content that where you one-shot everything. Let's see. So you could probably just dot up all of this stuff. I could also do the world quest. I'm not going to, but I could. But it's strange to me that there's a farm pet that I just haven't gotten yet. Suggestion for items that store value well. Looking for trade goods that store well, are expensive and increases in value at least as fast as inflation. I don't have any suggestions. I think I understand what you're looking for. I don't have any good ideas. You put up like 10 to 20 pets every week? I've been really light on my flipping lately. I've been getting more into the BOE gear flipping than the pets, and that's been doing kind of okay for me. But lately, I've been sitting on a couple of duplicates that I'm trying to work through, and it's been just a little bit slow. I'm at about 700k of my mill that I'm trying to save up. Okay. I feel like that spot where I was before, like down at the south end of things, that was probably the best spot to farm, because you have like a bunch of them. I need to turn off my dialogue. That lady's just gonna keep yelling at me all day. Sound. Let's turn that off real quick. I feel like that spot's gonna be the best one. So maybe I'll hang out there and we'll queue up some pet battles, and then in between the pet battles, maybe they'll respawn. You got that by accident, the pet, and the family familiar is coming, but the good thing is that all the tamers and new ones will be up all the time. I know. I talked about it in the vlog. Do you have the Twilight Kitten battle pet yet? I do, and we're going to try it out in pet battles right now. So I have it up here. I'm going to put it in a group with, let's see here. Well, if we'll keep getting like hard counter, then we'll swap things out, but we're gonna go, this is what I like to call the pay-to-win pet team. It consists of all shop pets. Obviously you've got an analogy for Brute, not analogy. There's a counterpart for Brute, or for the Blossoming Ancient now. You can get Brute, which is the druid pet. It's not easy to get, but it's doable. It's easy if you have a druid. But the other two, as far as I understand, do not have other pets. They do the same things. Want to buy Gnome Pally? Man, if gnomes could be everything, my entire guild would be made of gnomes. Okay, Sharp Talon, Living Sandling, Enthusiast. Let's start with Brightpaw, I guess. I don't know if he's going to swap. Looks like he will. I'm still going to start with Brightpaw. I am faster. I'm going to go for the Prowl Dash combo here. That's going to make me slower, but that's fine. Maybe it won't make me slower. He's really... Oh, no, it will. I was thinking he's really slow. But, go. You've reduced my speed. You've changed the weather to a sandstorm. Still a really big hit. Do I want to swap? I don't know if I want to swap. I kind of want to just, like, mash Arcane Blast. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of damage. Like, his attack is okay, I guess. But we have our speed advantage back now, so he's done. I would like to swap now, because I want to be able to get that combo off at least one more time. I am faster than the Enthusiast. I'm not faster. Oh. I'm faster than a half health Sharp Talon. I think he's gonna just wreck me though. I think you're gonna Predatory Strike and you're gonna just Shrek me. I should have swapped. I don't like swapping. I don't like losing that turn. I get really like grumpy about it. Okay, there we go. Do you think that the Terraclaw Hatchling is OP? I don't know if it's OP. It's good. I'm not going to deny it. It's good. So I'll throw out Twilight. We'll throw out Twilight next. We'll try this whole thing, and then we can try and outlast it with the Blossoming Ancient at the end of it. Twilight, Blossoming Ancient, Lil Rag. I have not tried Lil Rag lately. I know he's got like a lot of attack. He's like, you know, 374 is just a huge attack stat. Maybe I'll give it a go. Alright, so we're about to hit him with a stun. We've also reduced him below half health, so I can start pouncing. I'm faster, so I get extra pounce damage, but it's not super effective because he's a bird. I think we keep doing it anyways, because we can get 2, and we've also got our beast proc up, our beast racial up, which is pretty good. Twilight's been working out well for me so far. I don't think it's overpowered, but I do think it's useful. Okay, so that dot's gonna wreck me. It's gonna be ancient versus enthusiast. Q dodge. He's faster. I'm gonna throw up Ironbark first because I think he's gonna dodge early. Oh no, he's not. I'll still throw up Ironbark first. Let's get sunlight. Are you gonna Q dodge now, or are you gonna do the poison thing? Oh no, you don't have it. You've got the poison thing. Okay. So there's sunshine. Time for some photosynthesis. I should have just opened with that. I shouldn't have been trying to avoid the Q dodge. So we've been poisoned. The poison's not gonna be a big deal as long as I keep my Ironbark up. I just need to get enough of a head start on this. He's not healing. He doesn't have any way to heal himself. So I just need to tank through his damage. Which, now that, like, part of his damage is a dot, which doesn't help him much. His attack is only okay. He's doing pretty small amounts. And you heal for, like, 240, like, a lot. You heal for a lot, and that hot lasts for ages. So I think we're actually in good shape here. This is very cheesy, mind you. This is a very cheesy strat, but I want to set a Direhorn, so I'm going to take cheesy wins even wherever I can, Hey Hazel, greetings from Germany. Hello, welcome. Still dig the Anubis? Yeah, he's, I don't know, I've never really used him in PvP, or PvP. I mostly whip him out for PvE. So we'll refresh this. We may as well do this, because this is good. Some solid damage. Maybe not. Maybe if he's going to do the burp thing again, maybe I want to maintain the Ironbark. Yeah. I'm gonna refresh my Ironbark and then Sunny Day. I don't know if I win this or not. I don't know if I do. It's gonna take a long time. Like, everybody's got huge health totals here. Look at that 74 damage I just did to him. Oh, man. Hits for... Yeah. I think he's wearing me down. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Do you have any tips for getting gold besides ICC? World quests. World quests with a follower that has been upgraded with as many gold on world quest items as you can. Get yourself a potion of Triton. Get yourself a pouch of wonder if you can. If you can get a potion of Triton, a pouch of wonder, and then there's another legendary one that also gives gold. If you can get all 3 of those, the best way to get legendary equipment is to keep an eye on the command center and then make sure that you pick up your free one every time it comes back. I don't think I win this. I think I'm being worn down, and this is not fun. So we're gonna exit out of that. I'll throw something more fun in that slot. I'll probably put Ragan. I forgot that his human racial heals him. Yeah, I'm just not doing enough damage. So let's slot in that. See if that's any better. Why is everyone typing nuts? Nuts are a stream currency, and if you type !nuts, you can see how many you have. It's not something you opt into, you just get them for... Ooh! I'm in, like, Suramar. This is, like, where you fight botanist. I like that it'll let me press my masquerade button. I wonder if the masquerade button is going to persist, like, over my pet UI? There we go. I was concerned that was going to be a problem. Alright, we got a Wicked Soul. Oh, I didn't bring my Blind Rat. I like having my Blind Rat on hand to deal with this kind of stuff. I feel like he is going to start with one of his undead pets. I'm going to start with Rag. I did not set up Rag's moves. I should have set him up. I was going to set him up to, like, Sons of the Flame or something. We still have a Flamethrower and Flag combo, so that's fine. It's fine. We'll see what we can do here. So, Flamethrower itself already kind of hurts. This is going to deal some good damage, because Ragnar has, again, huge attack stat. So, you hit him, stun yourself, and you're pretty much toast. That's gonna burn... Flamethrower stick to the player or the field? I can never remember which ones are which. Oh, no, you've... Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. Well, Ragnar's worked out really well there. I want to swap in a pet that has... I want to swap in a pet with critter damage. Let's try this. Let's try the swapped it moveset. It's not as huge damage as the whole flamethrower conflagrate thing, but dude, one of the most annoying teams. Oh man, going through and looting old raids on top of vendoring the raid pets makes a ton of my server. Hi Hazel, it's me, Ben Murr. I changed my name. I'm typing with one hand and I'm holding a wet egg on my knee because I fell off my bike. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Hazel, why did you call nuts nuts? Because we're Hazelnuttygames. Hazelnuts. There's no immature jokes to be made there at all. Some squirrel stole my old nuts. Oh no. Playing on Silvermoon EU, the pets are selling okay. That's alright. Okay. Did I get a queue? I thought I got one. Are we just waiting? I guess we're waiting for the other guy to enter. Also, I said I was gonna hang out over here by the spawn point for those dudes so we could kill them in between, but I don't know if I'm actually been remembered to do that. Oh, the opponent declined the thing. Okay, I see. They didn't want to fight. Well, that's a bummer. Have you ever found a use for the Twilight Fiendling? I can't say that I have, but you know, when you have 860 pets, sometimes pets that are perfectly useful just don't get put into strategies because it's just not needed. I like having this thing out just as like a Shadow Priest pet. What do we got? Creepy Chomp, Rake. Ooh, magic, okay. A lot of damage. So the problem with this is that he's kind of trying to be like the healing moves and the reducing targets next attack moves are kind of trying to be tanky. I wouldn't use those. I would use Adrenal Glands and then like leap for a speed advantage if you want it, and then just spam Creepy Chomp because you've got a huge attack stat, and if you can increase your crit strike chance, you just try and get lucky with crit Creepy Chomps. The issue is that if you wanted to have big bursty undead damage, there are so many better options, such as the Unborn Valkyr, that there's not really a niche for this thing that's needed. But that could still be quite good. Maybe we'll try it out in one of these battles. Humans can passive heal at any turn. Humans get a passive heal if they hit something. If they don't hit anybody, then they won't get the heal. The heal is once per turn if they hit something, I believe. Unless they changed it. Maybe they did. Healing Hazel, right? Right. Okay, what do we get? Pet! No. No. Bummer. I thought there were more that spawned here. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Maybe I need to go a little bit farther south. Also, my pot of tea is almost empty and that's making me sad. Alright, what do we got down here? I really wish I could sort out that that camera speed look thing. It's a little bit frustrating. I'm not trying to like zoom horrendously into my character. It just kind of happens sometimes. So, I wish the pet queues were faster. There's just not really enough of an active audience all the time for it, which is the main reason why. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's more than one reason, but that's the reason why I feel that they haven't added any kind of a ranked or rating system to it, because if you are further constricting your pool of available people to fight against by MMR, you would never get queues to pop. It just wouldn't happen. They would be so long. Like maybe it would be like rated PvP where there's prime times and you just only queue at those times, but sometimes you just want to fight somebody. What if we're trying to get a stun and Direhorn over here? Unless you're doing more than 115 per turn, they'll probably win. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Something that's like tanky and healy but low damage like the Blossoming Ancient definitely wouldn't qualify for that. Huh. There we go. Let's give it a go. And that's, I think, part of the reason why the achievement, the Stun and Direhorn, is so hard to get. Oh, hey, look, it's somebody else in the Twilight. And a Rocket Blot and a Bright Paw. Well, they're definitely not starting with their Rocket Bot, so I'm going to save Rag. I'm going to start with this one. Bright Paw versus Twilight. All right. So, I'm just going to go ahead with this. He's probably going to stun me, huh? Oh, no, he's going with Twilight Flame. Interesting. Okay. So you're probably going to call Darkness now? Maybe not. Maybe you're running different moves. Oh, maybe not. Green Power. All right. So now I'm going to hit him with a big hit. My magic ratio kind of protected me from part of that. I'm in bad shape, not awful. Not great. The rocket bot's gonna wreck me. I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna bring in Reg. So with Reg, I changed up my moves. Oh, I should have brought... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because he's gonna be able to set it up. I'm gonna throw down a magma trap just for fun. And then maybe I'll like Sons of the Flame. If I had Magma Wave, I could have deleted that rocket. But I don't. I'm just gonna use this to get it cooling down. And prevent myself from taking some damage. So I'll be doing little bits of peck damage, and he has a chance to trigger the magma trap. He can AoE me. He's got arcing winds. Oh no. Ooh. All right. Well, I didn't get stunned by it. Was it ever able to? No. They trigger damage to be unable to attack for one. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's smack him with a hammer. Smack, smack, smack. He's still got cute face. Oh, I see. He dodged it. I understand now. So, let's see if we get lucky. We did not. Dodge effects are so good in PvP, not because they always work, but because when they do work, they upset people so much. Alright, let's get another one of these. The rocket bot is so fast that, and I guess he can cleave down my bright paw. There was no point in swapping it. I should have just, like, let it die there. Anyone know if Bigglesworth is good for PvP battles? You'll never know if you don't try. Alright, well, I'll throw it on the magma trap. We're only 2 rounds away from being able to Sons of the Flame again. I wonder if I can live that long. I don't think I can. I think that's going to hurt. It's not going to be a huge amount of damage, but it's going to hurt. I think he kills me before I'm able to Sons of the Flame again. And if I swap, it's going to be the same thing, so I may as well just stay in and die. Make another rocket. And down goes Ragnaros. Maybe it'll miss. I don't think it misses. I don't think it has a miss chance. Alright. It's fine. I still managed to put out a cool magma trap. And now I can, you know, use my whole thing here. Oh. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. We'll get our darkness out. He's going to come back, but my Surge of Light should be enough. I think we got this. I think we got this. The kitten fight. Did you see the new mountain battle pet? We're using it right now. Oh my gosh. I lost. I completely forgot that was going to hurt like a lot. I don't know if I like the whole magma trap Sons of the Flame thing. I kind of like just flamethrowing, cauterizing, or flamethrowing, conflagrating people. Actually, let's do that, but instead of Sulfurous Smash, we'll use Magma Wave. Let's try that out. Let's try that on for size. Hey Hazel, do you remember me? It's that pocket over WoW. After Stunted Direhorn comes 1000 with the title Trainer. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna be Hazel the Insane forever. I would be insane to not be the Insane. Like, the moment that they announced that they were adding in the insanity mechanic, I was like, yo, I'm finishing that title. Hazel kitty cam, please? Oh yeah, the kitty is back. Let me turn that, let me get that set up a little bit. Thanks for letting me know that she was here. Kitty cam. I might have to adjust that a little bit once we get it turned on. Just a little bit. Let's zoom it in a little bit. I can do that over here while we wait for our cue to pop. And then I just need to move a little bit. Close enough. It's a little dark in there, but that's okay. There's 5,000 wins. Never happening. There's no reward for that, thank goodness. Easy numbers to reach. Oh yeah, what's up, man? See, I disagree with, I mean, I guess it's easy, but the problem is when it takes you 8 minutes to get into a game and it takes you another 5 minutes to play the game. Who's got that kind of time, man? Why the gnome? Originally, I came for the haste. I stayed for this. Came for the haste, stayed for the face. There we go. I knew there was a rhyme in there somewhere. Do you have a level 25 Winter's Helper? I do. Why? What about him? Does he have a name? Sometimes I give them names. Winter's Helper. I did not name them. He kind of looks like a George, though. Let's make him George. George. I know I have a Giorgio. Who's one of my warlords, like the little dudes. That's not very descriptive at all. These dudes. Just, What are they called? Ore Eater. This thing. Like an ore gorger. I have a little ore gorger named Giorgio. Hazel, gotta go. It's been fun. See you later, Buff Flight. How good is the Nether Fairy Dragon? Nether Fairy Dragon. I haven't used it a lot. Actually, no, never mind. I did use it. I used that specifically in the Moruk encounter on the southern shores of Pandaria. Because I think the life exchange comes in really handy. So the dragon came with the magic damage and the life exchange healing. Your Moonfire is going to make your life exchange heal more and increase your magic damage done, so it's just like a nice combo. It's got irritatingly not very much health. If it had more health, then would have been nice. But it's got a good attack and it's okay fast. I wish the stats were a little better. Are you liking the new Storm Knight, Hazel? I am. It's nice. I don't know if it needed to change colors. I guess I like all the different colors, so I'm glad it changes colors, but it just feels like something that they just sort of pulled out of the Fey Dragon. But it is a very good looking mount. They definitely know what they're doing there. Because of Ice Orb and the Winter's Helper does tons of damage. Oh, okay, I see. Thank you so much for the video on TSM. You're a lifesaver. Aw, thanks. I need to get a little better with my flips lately to make a little bit more gold, because I'd like to I'd really like to get my Celestial Calf. There's a speed breed Nether Fairy Dragon. You have a garbage breed one. Yeah, if you were my friend, I would be upset that you called my buddy garbage. That's not very nice. You don't gotta be rude about it. But that is a good point. Because it's a wild pet, there are extra breeds available. So I'm gonna go on WoW and take a look at what the stats would be like in the different breeds. You can look up any battle pet on Wowhead and actually like see which breeds are available and then what kind of stats that pet will have in each specific breed, which I like doing for this kind of thing. So it's got a bunch of pets. You can get 100% speed. I think I would prefer the 100% attack one. I don't think, like, none of these are speed specific, whereas, like, I don't know, you can get a full power breed that's got 341 attack. Or, you know, you can go half and half with health power, which is, I think, mine. Actually, maybe speed balance. The 289 speed would be fast enough. 289 health or attack is pretty good. It's still got kind of awful health. I don't know. Alright, so Unborn Valk. Rockabot, Alarmabot, Heraclaw. Okay. I think he's starting with the Valk. So I'm going to start with Twilight. See what we can do. Go for those traps, Curious Wolvar. Those upset people. The new mount doesn't have a broken Fairy Dragon. It's two really good breeds, yeah. I mean, I think I might just keep mine because it's been with me for so many years now. It's been with me for, like, when was Mop? It's a long time ago. It's been with me this whole time. Oh, for a second I thought that I was the goblin with the thing. I was like, man, I knew it changes, like, your Mog appearance to other people. I didn't know it was gonna go that far. Do I want to swap? I don't know if I want to swap. I don't think I do. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna bring it Rag. If he goes ahead and decoys, now I get to see what Magma Wave does to decoy. Should one rush it out and also do some damage. So it takes down the decoy and does some backline damage. It's good. That's what we're looking for. Are you gonna swap? No, you're gonna stun me. How about now? That team is really good. It probably is, yeah. He didn't do the Valkyr thing, though. He didn't do the Haunt thing. Normally people will start with the Valkyr and they'll, like, Curse of Doom, Haunt, and then they'll bring it back later to continue to redo that. As far as I know, that's the strat. So now the Valkyr's back. I'm just gonna stick with Ragnaros. The whole point, I was excited about using him against the Alarmbot. Alarmbot's dead. May as well use the rest of him. Although I can't really do anything for a while, huh? Do I just cleave my heart out? I think I just cleave my heart out. You might have a chance. Oh, man. I don't think I want to make Pep Battle PvP videos because I'm not terribly good at it. You're just going to tell me all the things that I did wrong, and you're going to be right, and I'm going to be like, well, I should have stuck to whatever it is that I do. Oh. Man, that's awful. I don't want to use that anymore. Poor Ragnaros. He's not doing anything. I want to bring out Twilight so I can use the Call of Darkness against the Terraclaw Hatchling's healing. No, too bad battle PvP videos. I kind of don't want them anymore. I love your voice. Thanks, Dynastor. It seems like you've got what it takes, man. It seems like that's your calling. Can we get this off before we die? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like we just kind of like blow up right now. I would love to get the conflagrate off first. What do we got? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Just play Hawkeye again. It's a great idea. Oh no, you're not doing anything. Why didn't he do anything? Did he pass his turn? I thought he had a turn. Oh well. Twilight time. Doesn't have dodge, yeah. There's a way to do this. I don't know if that was right. There's no good PvP, it's all chance. I mean, after a point, it's all chance. But there's a point you gotta get to first where you're just making good decisions. And I'm not well known for making good decisions. It's not really the thing that I'm good at. I mean, I can make decisions, they're just not always the right ones. Kitty is in a deep sleep, it's cute, yeah. It's probably just letting you win, nobody plays this badly. You're such a heartwarming influence on my day right now. The cat is Twilight Liches. Yeah, the cat does work pretty good even when people aren't doing that. I need to come up with a better name for it though. I thought I had an idea earlier in the stream. Something that'll make me that I can search for basically to pick it up without picking up also all the Twilight Highlands pets in the thing. So I'm gonna switch in my blind rat because he's my brofist. And I really like Brightpaw. Brightpaw's been good to me, you know? Maybe he's just new. Completely possible. There's nothing wrong with trying something new and just kind of seeing how it works. I've seen abilities with 100% hit chance miss even under the correct circumstances. Really? Because I only ever see abilities with the 100% hit chance miss when there's something that made them miss, like, you know, an attack, like an accuracy debuff, or Sandstorm, or the Darkness Weather will both reduce accuracy. Should I finish the ICC raid then play Overwatch, or should I finish the ICC and then do World Quest farming? I think you should do the World Quest thing, but when the summer game starts next week on Tuesday, then you should play all the Overwatch you have time for, because it's going to be basically, not guaranteed, but basically no duplicates from boxes. You're going to be able to get the summer game skins you didn't get last time for like a much better price. There's going to be new summer game skins. You should definitely save all of your Overwatch zealotry for August 8th. Your responses have made my week and made me laugh. Thanks, Kibo. Alright, what do we got? Nubiseth Idol, Bloodbeak, and a Knee Biter. Okay. Let's open up with this. As soon as I bring in an undead counter, obviously I don't fight an undead. So if he has Demolish, this is going to hurt. Most of the time they take Crush, though. Demolish is kind of an awful hit chance, and it's going to be even worse with this Sandstorm. I always forget that people take weather-changing effects. I'm sad. I'm just changing. Just changing back! Alright, well, that was ineffective. I'm gonna crouch, because I think he's gonna lift off. There we go. Lift off. I'm gonna crouch, and that'll mitigate that. This'll hit him because he's faster. I could, like, obviously Brightpaw's gonna do way more damage to this thing, but I don't want to play the Switch all day game. I want to actually get some damage in. There's nothing that the Blind Rat really counters in this team anyways. So we're just gonna get in some damage and try and get Bloodbeak below his halfway point so that we've got some speed advantage. Surprised you didn't have a breed identifier still? I feel like I just haven't fixed it. I had one at some point. It's not something that factors into my day-to-day pet life very much. Blind Coin, Serpent's Bone Barrage sometimes miss one of the 3 hits. The tooltip doesn't say there's a chance for that. That's true. That's true. I feel like that's more of a tooltip error though. Like that's a consistent behavior. Awesome, Hazel. Thanks, Late Night. It's hot here in PDX, right? I feel very bad for people that are trying to live without air conditioning. It's rough out there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with this. Let's try this combo one more time. So you're gonna do your whole black cloth thing. But what happens if he starts the hunting party like he's about to do right now, and I stun him mid hunting party? Does it stop the rest of, like, does it interrupt the second 2 turns? So he's stunned. If I just hit him now. Yeah, you're not hunting, you're on cooldown and you're not doing it anymore. I missed, which is unfortunate, but I've now activated my beast thing. You don't really have any exciting things to do. You can try and Bloodfang. You didn't kill me with it. And now all you can do is spam Black Claw or swap. That was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed that. I got a kick out of that. So now I go first, and he has the switch penalty, and I actually can stun him. I actually can stun him right now because I still have the Darkness Weather. He's got deflection. But I forgot about that. Alright, well, never mind. But I can refresh the darkness, because why not? He's going to refresh Sandstorm, but this is still good damage. And we have a whole nother pet, so we're in good shape. Do you consider subs and commenters your friends? That's a tough one. I definitely enjoy chatting and hanging out with you guys. I really enjoy seeing the same names week after week and getting to know more about you. But I also think it's really important to maintain sort of a boundary where, like, it's kind of like an on-off boundary. Like, if I'm on stream, I am perfectly happy to chat with you guys and hang out, and I really do value these interactions. But I also really enjoy that I can turn off the stream and get some space from it. It's not an on all the time thing. Whereas with like a personal close friend of mine, if they really needed something, they could call me and we could work that out. But there's a distinction there. I don't think that the sub relationship isn't valuable, but it's not quite the same. I like having a boundary there. I'm jelly of your AC. My house was wired in the 30s. I'm sure it would catch fire if I tried running it. This apartment wasn't built with AC. We have window ACs. We bought them on Amazon for like $110 each. We have one in the bedroom and one in my office. And that is what is saving us. The apartment didn't come with it at all. I love being your imaginary commenter friend. My room is in the basement. Helps a lot with handling heat. That's a good idea. Yeah, no. I made a macro to summon Twilight. Whenever I do, my character says, "Now is the hour of Twilight." The Ultraxian aggro quote from Dragon Soul. Ultraxian was so, like, committed to everything he did, you know? I had to admire that. It was a very sad story. Trap and then wait for the stun. Continue that practice. My pet PvP practice? I feel like I'm not going to, just because... I don't know. I bet if the keytones were faster, I probably would do it a little bit more often. I just don't like waiting so long for each pet battle. A Spectral Strike is supposed to hit if blinded. Had my Ghostly Skull miss with Call Darkness, which means the target's blinded, so it doesn't always hit when... Oh, yeah, I see. I see. I bet you what it's doing is it's making the hit chance 100% because blinded, but it's probably factoring in the reduced hit chance because of darkness after that when it shouldn't. It's probably just happening in the wrong order. YouTube keeps freezing on me. I have to reload the page. Aw. Any tactics for using the Pet Apocalypse ability? I don't actually use any Apocalypse strats, so I don't have any good tactics for you. It's definitely valid. I have never seen it used in PvP, but I know people use it for some PvE strats. I never bothered with it because it takes too long. It takes too long for the turn timer to tick down. Hazel, I love your Canadian accent. However, it makes me miss my family in North Dakota. If it makes you feel any better, I miss my family in Canada. It's hard being this far away from them. All right. Well, all in. Oh goodness, that was a lucky gamble set. It's about 5 o'clock. I am going to get back to work probably. I'm gonna try and finish up the Twilight video. I have a video going over, like, obviously you can see the stats right here, but I'm gonna make a video that shows it in a little bit more detail. So I'm gonna be putting that up as soon as I'm done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. There is going to be a stream tomorrow morning. I'm streaming tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we're making cake pops on stream. It's going to be a baking thing, so we'll be in the kitchen doing cake pops. And we will see how... I've never made cake pops before, but it doesn't look hard, but, you know, neither did the pie thing, and that was a bit of a disaster. Are you a fan of Winnie the Pooh? I don't know if I'm a fan. I don't have a problem with Winnie the Pooh. I enjoyed the movies as a kid. But thank you guys so much, and I am done for the day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Bye.